you're talking about with what you do in Pothound, it's just as taking a money pool and burying it. Because money pool, that is the smell that God make me think.
No.
Right?
No, I can't even smell.
You can't immunize Pothound. I mean, come on, man.
Pothound having natural defenses against everything.
Everything. So you're
telling me. You're probably right.
You telling me that somebody, some big time, or you say now I want to be a vet, some big time vet, wasting time and coming out immunize your Pothound?
I don't agree. You're probably right. You're probably right, because I can give you like about 3 instances. We had one that looked mixed. You know those, they call him a Pothound where he looked like he had pedigree in it. Right?
Pedigree one. Pedigree.
When I got it, I met it very malnourished. So he was walking like a kangaroo. So I had to actually take it to the GSPCA so that it could be treated. Watch now, drips and thing, drips and stuff, right?
Drips.
And then they gave it the parvo vaccine and stuff. Because there's always these seasons where parvo is just going around and dogs are dying like crazy. And I brought the dog home, and there were 2 other dogs there. None of them got parvo, but it's that dog that got parvo.
Which one? You want to get the vaccine?
Well,
you see, Reece, you don't understand. If you decide to go and treat Pothound, because from what I hear you say, you're trying to turn Pothound into a big shot,
That is what
you trying to turn Pothound into a big shot dog. Pothound is not a big shot dog. Pothound is Pothound, and it's that you can't touch.
And Pothound is satisfied to be what Pothound is.
Pothound love that.
They're happy dogs, I can tell you that.
Pothound love that. You understand? They eat anything. They roaming all about. They bite anybody they feel to bite. Well, if they could bite them. Pothound. Let me tell you something. We had a Pothound once. And one day I was using, the weedita to cut the yard. And the Pothound bite me. The Pothound probably find, something with the noise, and the Pothound bite me.
Yeah, they don't like noise.
But let me tell you, we have a call on the line. Let's take that call. Qui Culture, good evening.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Godfrey?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, you hear us?
I hear you all.
Right, lovely. We hearing you loud and clear.
Watch now. You all don't know anything about Pothound.
Tell us.
Pothound is any dog without a recognized breed. As a matter of fact, you have lots of different types of Pothound. And I believe they call them Pothound because they are the dogs that put Manico and Talton Mangumongus in Pullman plate.
I like that.
Long ago, nearly all laborers had Pothound, to catch a Manico for them or Talton for them when they go in the field. And there are some very useful, well-trained Pothound. Some of them have more sense than human beings. You see, he's talking about 2 types of dogs, both of which are Pothounds. Those that are owned by people who are poor and are a little bit decent, and those that have no owners. So you are stray Pothound, and you are well-kept Pothound at home, Think of that. Go ahead. We will talk later.
All right, okay. Reece, let's take some Facebook comments.
Yes. So we have Barbara and Jack is saying, Reece, that is a parcel scholar. That's a parcel scholar said he bring for you, but we have choice. Okay. Cynthia is saying Pothound was like a common breed on the road. Veronica is saying, I never heard about a Pothound before. Ali Pascal is saying, so Pothounds are the stray dogs? Yep. Ali Pascal is saying, them dogs does be full of minge. Cynthia is saying they disappear once you turn back. Ali saying grease a bread and throw it for them when they're backing at you. Oh, really?
Yes.
Alexandra is saying,
with some butter.
good night, everyone. I missed last week's program, was in Georgia, but I'm happy to be here tonight. Anyway, there is Pothound all over the world because they can sense evilness, and there is evil all over the good home guard dog. All over, they are good home guard dogs. She's saying, Cynthia said most dogs grieve when their owners die. Cynthia is saying that is why we never run when we see a dog. Jose is saying, top of the evening, my folks, is the word pothound or plot hound. That was bred to hunt bears. And good night to Reece, daughter, for opening bat this evening. Veronica is saying, so then I have a pothound. His name is Vibes. He eats everything except chocolate. Didn't you say that chocolates are not good for dogs?
Chocolates are poisonous.
They're poisonous.
There's an ingredient in chocolate that they can't digest.
Okay.
What are the pothound in that still?
Maybe I'm not a dog, but a pothound? No.
I think pothound are just evolutionized dogs. They can eat everything.
Okay.
Because I remember when Jetta would get a bug. I don't know what type of bug that was, but it was disgusting.
Yeah.
And he ate it right in front of me.
Okay. Let me continue. So Carrie Gannett is saying there is a pothound in my area that only barks and runs after people when its owners are outside and looking at it. When its owners are not around, it runs away from people.
That is a pothound. That is a pothound.
That pothound likes to pretend it's so bad. It's hilarious. Yes, it's true. Cynthia said exactly. Pothound has its own characteristics. Jillian is saying, good night all. Yes, pothounds are loving and loyal pets. I've seen my dog grieve when one of her pups died. She stopped eating for days and spent the time howling over the area where it was buried, trying to dig it up. They show shame and are very resilient to disease and hardship. A pothound is the animal version of a black man. Okay then. Carrie saying, when I was growing up, there was a pothound in my area with no front teeth because a car tire knocked them out. It loved to run after vehicles. Yeah. Jose said, well, that's Grenada pothound, but in America is Mr. Pothound, riding in front of vehicles while people sitting in the back seat all over the house. Also, just a minute, I lost this for a minute there. Right. So also on bed, even on couch, and have more rights than the man in the house. Not forgetting, $250 a doctor visit, and have to be walked twice a day. And when walking them, you have to walk with a treat for them also. Ali saying, I never knew them to be pothounds. They were these old galley stray dogs. Veronica is saying, my dog is not allowed in my kitchen or my bedroom or my living room. Judy is saying, I have a pothound and his name is Soldier. He's well trained. He never lost a fight. A few weeks ago, he beat 12 dogs. And Cynthia is saying, I always thought pothounds were stray dogs. People never really paid too much attention to them. They stayed outside and were fed leftovers, mainly bones. Scholar can't speak about dogs. I promised him a dog and never heard from him. His friend says that he's afraid. He afraid dogs. Okay then. And lastly, Hercules. Well, Pecolina B. And Hercules Williams said Pothound does eat by everybody. Pothound have cell phone now.
Listen, this dog on Pecolina B have is not Pothound, you know, it's dog with big mouth.
Big damn dog.
Dog with big fat mouth. I don't dog with big fat mouth.
That is it, man. What you call dog? Them dog and them, they only bite you the mouth, can't open it.
That is what I tell you. When they bite you, you have to go by GPCA.
To unlock them out there.
Unlock the jar. To unfold the jar. But Mr. Marshall was making a point. That is also a good study point. That those pothounds, and I realize people believe, and he made that point that you have two distinctions of pothounds. You have those that just there on the street, galley and playing the fool. But you have pothounds in homes, right?
When you see a 7?
Yeah?
And you see a 7?
Exactly.
7.
The guard the homes and whatever. And one of the features also of Pothound was closely linked to agriculture and farming, you know, because Pothound go in the bush.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, that is another way you gauge the value of a Pothound.
Hunting dog.
If a Pothound go in bush, you cause it, you know, some lazy. Pothound usually will go in the bush and they would hunt. God made this Pothound and them with a special sensor. So they could smell my food and all this kind of thing. So Pothound had to hunt and hold money. I remember a man say at time he bring your Pothound go with him in bush. He hunting it. So you see a nest climb up, choke the whole nest. The man could fall on blood out right in front of the Pothound, but any man could fall on front of the Pothound. The Pothound like one long stroop. And the Pothound go out in business. What I tell you, the man jump on the tree and he like some cutlass in the Pothound. You don't want that again because Pothound is supposed to be hunting down.
Yeah.
You know, hunting manikou and all this kind of thing. That's a feature. Manikou and mongoose and all this kind of thing they have no chance with Pothound around.
Yeah, but you see, you know, you're right. And Mr. Marshall, like, just continuing there. There are different types, in truth. There are different types of Pothound. And they have all kind of different values. I mean, even those on the street, some of them, they do funny things, and then there are others again. You know, it's just so difficult to understand Pothounds.
And that's because of the mixture. You don't know what they mix with, which mixture they have. So some of them have different traits. There are some that, as you say, they bad like bully, and there are others that just want to bask in the sun.
What we are a Pothound, eh? And during the daytime, bad as so. Soon as we take out the light in the night, you don't hear a sound from that Pothound again until the sunrise. Light out, Pothound go and sleep. So Pothound sleeping together with the family, and he wake up together with the family. Listen, anybody could pass. Once you have no light in the house, forget that. Pothound stop work.
As Nala said, they are the most evolutionized dogs.
I don't find.
Anything goes.
No, serious. I mean, Pothounds. You ever see a Pothound? Try to get a crapo that dead in the road, you see?
Try to get a crapo?
Yeah, you know, you have some crapo when they dead, vehicle pass on them.
They flat like bricks.
They flat like bricks. And you have some, they're trying to take it out. And if that Pothound, for some reason, cannot get that crapo, you know what they do?
What do they do?
I tell you what they
light up by it?
Light up by it.
But they're rolling on it.
They're rolling up all over it.
Oh, to pick up the scent?
Yeah, and not to pick up the scent, but and that's why I do. All this thing you're talking about, Pothound, is what? Intelligent and all this. Pothound is pulling everything.
Let me tell you something that I witnessed with a Pothound, right? I had 3 dogs at a time. The neighbors used to always be trying to poison these dogs and them. And I watched the one that is alive today. Few people that could feed it, and it not eating anything on the ground like that. I watched that dog beat the other 2 to not eat poisoned bread already. Beat them. Yes, hold them by the head and shake them to shake out the bread. And you're seeing all the green in the bread to shake it out. We always said that dog could never get poisoned.
What the other Pothound?
The other two, they still end up getting poisoned.
That's
a Pothound.
The one you're talking about is not a Pothound.
No, it's a Pothound.
It's a Pothound.
No.
Watch me. And would you believe it? The vet told me that particular dog, it was a runt of the litter. And I remember calling her for that dog to come and see about it because it's not able to even nurse. It doesn't even have the strength. She said to me, this dog is not going to last the night. And it's here today. And those that were supposed to last the night, they're gone.
Well, now we telling you was not Pothound.
Pothound is resilient. No, it's resilient. That is why it survived.
Not a Pothound.
That could
I believe a big breeder dog what is his father?
Yeah.
I've got a dog from Caracuero.
Maybe mother was a Pothound, but his father was maybe some kind of.
The mother was actually a dog that had a mixture with Labrador. You saw it in its structure, in its build, in the thickness of the fur, everything.
No, man.
By the way,
You see, no.
I'm telling you.
No. Well, let me tell you something.
Reece,
That is the next thing what Pothound good at you. Pothound will make you believe in the Labrador.
Let me talk about no man.
Pothound just do good. Pothound just do good.
But
Nothing
I'll shape and size and form and everything, but Pothound. You'll watch a Pothound and show his Labrador.
When I was reading about
Anyway, let me tell you. So I know where that come out, but anyway, he reached.
Because they are short marriage.
Yeah, Livingston. Where you come out by? On mute.
Let you explain the Pothound behavior these days.
Yeah, well, that kind of behavior is real Pothound behavior.
Well, I don't know if you wanted to take a good night to everyone. I sent in my excuse, very professional. I let you all know what was happening. So good night to all the listeners. Last week we represented Grenada well overseas in Pittimatnik.
Go ahead, say you're out of state.
Out of state. I mean, so we and of course the team knew that. I don't know why the team, particularly the man with the red, has to be so hypocritical and run me down. When I sent in my excuse, say what I am matriculated. I heard that on my radio.
Well, then if you hear that, then you just decide you don't come in early then.
No, I don't read that, man. I was traveling, and I told you I was in the car.
Oh, in the car? Oh, you thought, well, no, we say you was on a plane, So, I mean, we ain't run you down, we run you up.
So good night. I mean, I join in, but I don't know if you want to take the break or when you're taking the break or if you want me to run up my must.
No, you want to know about Pothound. Because I proposed that Nala is an aspiring vet. And Nala gave us a nice intro about Pothound.
I heard a small part of her.
And I proposed that based on all I said, Pothound come out in Africa. So we figure you have to, you must know about Pothound. The origin of Pothound.
Why you put it dash here?
Yeah.
I don't know about Africa connection, but I know the closest thing to looking to Pothound is the wild dogs, they just call the hyenas.
But hyenas?
Look, yeah, the spotted one. But Nala in the back, Nala killing herself, she's like a far-fetched kind of connection.
Mind you, keep in mind, Doc, you have wild dogs and you have hyenas, they're different.
You have?
Hyenas and wild dogs are two different animals.
Yeah. African man who live in ancestry?
I didn't say, I don't know, I said the closest looking.
The cats and they are to dogs. And they are part of the canine family.
Hyenas?
I'm corrected. I accepting that from the youngest person here. I accepting that. But
I don't argue with Nala.
But guys, I don't know how much was said, but for me as the Pothound in the family, the dogs was always a part of our society. I know as little boys or little children growing up, you sometimes have, when the child is born or young, you get a dog, and there is always this bond. And I think the idea was that the child learn to play with that child or with that dog, and there is this usual connection where the dog become extremely protective, but the child also learn how to love and to take care. So I think that was something that was important. And even though we were living close and they could pass in the yard, it was a custom for most family members to have a pothound. We had one, Godfrey, I can't remember having pothound.
No, we had a pothound. We had a, wife, I know the name of my dog now, but we used to call it Frisky. It's after, actually, after the pothound, we had a pothound, but he came home. Pothound was just come, eh?
Right, and that's another feature, that's another thing. Sometimes you would have a stray dog passing and then, right within the, somebody would just start to feed it and the pothound stay. And it become part of the family. Anybody feed it, that is it. So that connection between the family status, and that love and that connection with the children is always there. I think, I don't know, again, I expect that to be said, but the pothound is a loyal animal, always there, going days and they're not feeding it, but it's in the home. It's protected. The ribs looking almost like flecks, but first they are not being fed, but they are actually staying there. So they go about with low maintenance. The family low maintenance. But you do something. The pothounds are extremely unpatriotic.
Also,
really?
Unpatriotic.
Meaning?
They don't like breadfruit. They don't like fig. They don't like blogger.
Pothound like everything.
A lot of our pothounds don't eat this. They like rice. They like bread. They would eat biscuits.
They like meat.
They like meat. But Godfrey, a lot, and I mean, I hope any color, let the colors call. Scholar, you never had a pothound, so you don't know about that. But pothounds hardly, a lot of pothounds don't eat pig. They do it blogger, they do it planting, they do it breadfruit. They don't like our local food. Very unpatriotic.
They like vegetables.
Yeah, they don't eat vegetables. As we talk about vegetables, let me just say, and in terms of medication, when pothounds get sick, they eat the grass, they vomit, or they go and they pick on some other green bush, and then they're good to go.
Yeah.
In terms of eating our local, or those mentioned this provision, I don't know pothound 15 on that. Nala?
Let me tell you something. Pothound, that is pothound what you're spiling. So you spile a pothound, and you get a card.
Like you see that?
Pothound really hungry. Pothound eating feed, pothound eating breadfruit, pothound drinking juice, I can't really give it ice.
With ice.
Hold on. You never see pothound eat dust and thing it.
Yeah, well, actually, Godfrey has mentioned that when pothound gets sick, that was one of the means for medication, and particularly poison, not just sick. You mix up the mud, mud with the water, and you open the mud, and if you believe it poison. So that was done, but so that was done for the pothounds.
Yeah, but Doc, I have a question for you, but Reece, let me tell you something. If you put mayonnaise on the salad,
they did.
Yeah. Just put a little mayonnaise. But let me ask you something, Doc.
But wait, before you go, one of the things, you ask me, but one of the things I see, like if you give them the provision, they would lick all the gravy and everything around it, but they don't eat in its color.
They not pothound.
When the sun gets dry, you see now the fig ribbon hard and dry the pothound and then live in it.
To be honest, Doc, there are those that would eat it.
Okay.
And there are some that lick it, But I've seen those that eat the provision already.
Yeah, well,
mind you, and once that happens and they do it, what do we say? Plain bright.
Anyway, the phone is going like crazy. Let's take our final break, and when we come back, we're going to take the calls because they're coming in fast and furious. Okay, so let's go with the question, and then we go take the break.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Doc,
yeah.
Explain for me what or why is it that pothound, I don't know if they have made all that, but I know for sure pothound. Why pothound are going to pee on feet the tire? Can we take the break?
Let me take the break.
Doc, while you think about it here, let's take the break and we're going to come back, folks. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Here is a little known fact. there is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. We operate at Grenville and the Carnage. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500 or visit any of our locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Your dream home is taking shape right before your eyes. From the foundation to the roof, every detail is carefully crafted to bring your vision to life. With ACB Grenada Bank's mortgage loans, you can turn your dream home into a reality or unlock the power of your home to empower the next generation.
Our team of financial experts will guide you through the process to help you find the best financial options to suit your needs.
So, whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to upgrade your current one, trust ACB Grenada Bank to make your dream home a reality. Contact us today to learn more.
Rhythms of Spice is back Sunday, June 11th, 3 p.m. at Mount Cinnamon Lawn. A spicy, classy explosion of Grenadian talent featuring project music, Fahrenheit, Zorina Andel, Godson Brown, Cool Jazz Band, Angel Hobbs, Tivoli Dancers, and special guests Tony Paul and Vonette Bickford from Trinidad. Rhythms of Spice, June 11th, 3 p.m. Mount Cinnamon Lawn. Tickets $50 on sale at Grenadian Optical, St. George's, Art and Soul, Spiceland Mall, Kittens Pharmacy in Granville, and Go to Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and under free. Sponsors: Grenada Tourism Authority, Ministry of Culture, Kalinago Hotel, Hubbard's, GBN, Boss FM, Real FM, HD Sounds, Danny D, Bridens, Independence Agencies, Gabriel's Rental, Cafe Skyline, and Comon Medical. Walk with your picnic chairs and beach towels.
Have you heard about the new Softweave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Softweave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Softweave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
It's
the 4th edition of Hubbard's Live Free for 1 year promotion. Cuatro Punto Cero. It's unbelievably amazing. You can win free fuel, free drinks, cash prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free cable, TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free passes to Sunshine Promotion events for 2023, free groceries, all for 1 whole year. And every winner receives a lunch package. Be sure to fill out the entry forms and enter it into the marked entry boxes at all Hubbard's departments and at participating outlets. Promotion runs from April 1st to September 30th, 2023. Draws will be held every 2 weeks. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you have muscular pain that no one can find a solution for? Are you tired of taking meds for joint and other pains? Hills and Valley Medicare Center on Grenville Street, St. George is here to help you heal. We will help you map a path to your full recovery. Visit us Monday to Saturday for a consultation with our on-site doctor, physiotherapist, and massage team. You will be glad you did. Our Medicare Center, a proud member of the Hills and Valley group of companies. On the hilltop or in the valley, we are with you wherever life takes you. Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Your health is our business.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo. A little more shango.
Welcome back, everyone. It is a wonderful, wonderful time tonight. We're having some discussions there, and there's so many comments. Reece, let's take some Facebook comments, and then we would take some calls. I have a couple comments on the WhatsApp platform as well. So let's go with some Facebook comments. I think you muted, Reece.
Right, so I was saying just before I go to the Facebook comments, I had a comment from Dr. Deborah and John. She was, right, so she was saying that she's enjoying the program, and she asked, have you ever seen a decent Pothound boarding American Airlines with med students who take them off the streets? They actually walk in style and behave like Mr. and Miss Pothound. She says that I travel on flights with them, so it's like they could take training. So those are comments. Have you any one of y'all seen them boarding flights?
That's not Pothound.
They're not Pothound?
No. That could never be Pothound.
Okay, so, right. So now for Facebook comments.
On flight.
Ali saying that Pothound's mouth on the ground. Judy Langdon, my granddaughter had 2 dogs named Shy and Coco. When Shy died, Coco cried that night. Everyone was surprised. Sylvina is saying, I had a Pothound that dog was bad like a crab, was a tiger color. One day, that dog held a manicure and bring it home for us. Cynthia is saying, good to hear that voice. I guess that is Livingston's voice. Ali Pascal is saying, when Pothound eat poison, they mix dust and water and give them to drink. Judith is saying, hi, my name is Anil, and I have, okay, so Anil is using Judith's profile. I have a Pothound, and her name is Coco, and she's a mix between Pitbull, Rottweiler, German Shepherd, and Wolfhound. She's very vicious and protective. Veronica is saying, dogs are protective over the baby when you feed them leftover baby milk. Okay. Judy is also saying that when a Pothound eat poison, give active charcoal, and that helps. Ali is saying that Pothound chest high, no fig or blogo. Lorna is saying Pothounds like sweetwater tea. Alexandra is saying, yes, dog, that is true. They will not eat certain provision. Sonia Mathlin is saying Pothound don't eat peas, but give them rice and meat, bones, bread, milk, and plain soup. Dawson George is saying, my Pothound don't eat provision, neither bread, only meat, fish, and rice. He don't even drink soup. Jose is saying, we have to remember that Pothounds are dogs with a great sense of smell. They've been used by law enforcement to sniff out illegal drugs wherever they've been hidden, on the ports, on the airport, or on passengers. Hercules is saying Pothound does boss and go online. Sonia is saying all Pothound is not the same. Some invite themselves in homes where they get food, and they can be very good watchdogs in the yard day and night. Hercules say that Pothound does being party. Story about that. Cynthia is saying a couple of dogs came to Toronto from Barbados. Jose says, well, I know you can find anything in Guave, and there are so many stray dogs in Guave. Reece show she have a Pothound or a regular stray dog, and she said dog on bed. Have to be the only in Guave you will find Pothound on bed. Jose, you could go ahead and you could misquote me. You can say whatever you want. I said if I get bad, I put him down on a bed too, just like how they just do other pedigree dogs. That's what I said. And yes, go full of stray dog. You have a lot of stray dog. But what I want you to do is to play your going in Guam and touch anybody on the street, and you're going to see what will happen to you with a stray dog. Because it's one for all and all for one. And I don't talk.
Actually, I wanted to ask, where in Grenada are the most Pothound?
Tivoli?
In tongue.
No, man.
You really know Pothound back in Godfrey?
Yeah, I find I hear a Pothound in the back there. I wonder where a Pothound is.
You know they say in Guam that every time you hear those people and they're from the ministry or the GSPCA come up and thing to, get rid of some dogs kind of thing, like to control the population. They say he does not know dog around, Like don't talk to them when those people come in.
You have a secret society?
You're tired with dog. Dog frequent. Dog is a lot. But anytime there's no ministry people come in, you can't find a dog.
You taking covers?
Hey, I tell you those dogs are intelligent. But I said I had to tell you something. I used to play Veco when I was younger. I Veco mask up and everything.
Hold on, listen.
I'm hearing this noise in the background. I'm not sure where it's coming from.
By Doc?
By me here?
I find so.
Like somebody snoring.
Yeah, dog have a
Pothound. You hearing it still?
No.
Oh, that was a fan.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a Pothound fan.
Dog did do research.
You have that noise and fan making Scott.
I have some music by me too, down the road, but I don't know if that was mentioned. But Pothound, generally, the nature of Pothound is that they badger in the yard. They might tiff a chance in the kitchen now and then, but by and large, the Pothound's place is in the yard, yeah? Culturally, that's how it usually is. And it's a little difficult when some of us travel and we might engage or marry to somebody else and the dog sleeping on the bed with you. It's a little it's a little difficult for some men to accept that, yeah? But I don't know if I don't mention that sometimes the Pothounds and them or the dogs in the yard, they have this howl, this song that they make, we call it this howl. And it's usually when someone die or so in family. Well, that is what
someone is going to die.
Someone is going to die. Yeah, so that is the next characteristics of the Pothound. But Nala, maybe Nala might know about that one. Nala, do you know if Pothound eat cake?
How you mean Pothound eat cake instead of dog?
I've never seen, I have a dog that don't eat cake, Godfrey.
My dog eat cake.
Your dog eat cake?
Yes.
Our dog eating cake.
Yes. Nala,
dog eating cake. I can't hear animal ear, man. No, definitely.
Right. Yeah. And next characteristics of our Pothound in Grenada, or dogs in Grenada, because by and large most of the dogs in Grenada are Pothounds anyway. Particularly in the dry season, they go out and they drink animals. But you have the two types. You have some dogs that go out, they will kill the animals, drink the blood. Those what kill, they don't eat the meat. So you find now the next set of dogs would come, they would meet this dead animal or they smell the blood and they would eat the meat. So sometimes the owner of the animal meets your dog eating the meat, and then your dog is accused of killing that goat or that sheep. But there are two types. Those that kill, they usually don't eat the meat. And those that eat the meat, they usually don't kill.
Yeah?
I think it's...
So what's about, so let me ask you,
I mean, if you...
what about those that sucking egg?
Well, they sucking egg?
Pothound famous for sucking egg, you know?
Yes, they will do that.
Scholar, how you stopping dogs from sucking egg?
Dog sucking egg.
But hold on. Now here's what I find fascinating about the dog saying there. Because what dog describing me, to me that a Pothound guy big mouth dog. Pothound look killing sheep and goat. Once a dog killing sheep and goat, he's a big mouth dog, these guys are the Pothound.
I agree with you.
I don't know Pothound. Pothound does some egg and this kind of thing.
They chasing fall. They go chase fall.
And they chase fall.
That's right.
And when you see Pothound sucking egg, what do you think you have to do to stop them from sucking egg? You have to boil an egg very hot as fire and put it in your mouth and hold the egg in your mouth.
That is crazy to Pothound, man.
That's cruel.
That's Pothound abuse.
That's Pothound abuse. Let me tell you something. He had a Pothound. So we buy us something. But what now? He used to come up over a piece of rock. And everybody passing in the road. So the road they below there. And he coming over the piece of rock, the house they on top there. And he back.
Everybody had passed it.
Everybody had passed. Whole day back. So one day we do for it. So one man stayed on below down there and back and the next man passed.
In the back.
Long, you're cruel, no scholar. Long, you're a cruel man, no.
Boss, let me tell you something. That is the first time I know Pothound does catch heart attack. A heart attack, Pothound is strong. A heart attack, the Pothound just stretch and the Pothound just kick his foot and he dead. The Pothound
I don't know why I'm laughing.
So the Pothound frightened so?
Yeah,
but that is a real Pothound, you see. That is the difficulty I have in, as you say, with what Dr. Reece said about Pothound, you know.
Yeah.
Pothound not like that.
You see, that not lie, you know, that's true.
I believe you.
The Pothound, he's going on him, sir, and the Pothound just lie down and he stretch his foot, and the Pothound
there. Scholar, based on that story, let us put that story in context. Scholar was the the hill.
No, but
Scholar push on the dog.
No, but let me tell you, Pothound, and I know, Doc, in the early days, Miss Mavis had two Pothound. Miss Mavis by us up there? Or it's only one?
Yeah, of course.
Mavis had two Pothound. When you see you passing, like if you live by us and you're going up the road, watch. Nice. And then when these Pothound start, he had some on the heel by Miss Mossy up there.
The answer.
Yeah, what do you?
The answer.
But soon as you just turn so and you raise your hand, all man disappear, you know. and let me tell you, they run in there, and when they just safe distance, they stop in.
They stop in back again.
You know some of them does grand move. Some of them just make grand move.
All Pothound does grand move.
No, Godfrey, not all the time. You know when they have young ones, they have extremely...
but if you raise your hand when Pothound.
No, not when they are young ones. Don't try that.
Cross.
Yeah, and then the next time they will be really bad when they are about to be fed.
When they eat it?
When they are about to, when they see some meat.
So, what, listen, no, but serious, if you going to feed a Pothound and the Pothound find you taking time, he bite you, you know. You want to bite you, you know?
No, Godfrey, no.
But Pothound does want to bite you. When you pour in the food, they find that you're thinking, they
might make a grab for the food, but generally they don't bite the owner.
By Pothound. Anyway, let's take a call. Let's go to the telephone. Qui Culture, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good night.
What are you doing?
I don't know why strong.
Right.
Yeah. Nala, good night, Nala. Pothound come from Carriacou. I know long time when no come down with the boat in Granville. How can a little maga dog they bringing people buying dog from Carriacou? So I want to believe that Pothound dog and them come from Carriacou. And Granville is a place that is from a lot of stray dogs. I had a little dog the last time. They call the dog, I used to call the dog Hot Wings. Because he's a nice little brown dog. I don't know where he come out, but he had no bag yet. So I give it food. Well, I said, let me try with it. Next thing one day, SU pass, pick up Hot Wings and go with it. Up to 2 days, and never bring back Hot Wings. And next one passing the other day, just he tell me that I start to sell the popcorn. Well, I end up calling this one popcorn. I never see a dog lazy, so popcorn lazy. All popcorn do is digging hole to go and lie down and make himself comfortable. After it don't come up on me step. As you see me, he's flying down. The other is he over the veranda, you know. Because he see her coming and he's afraid. Because he knows a last piece of wood I go give it. Yes, some dogs are so lazy, they sleeping whole night, you know. They don't even back in. And what Livingston say is true. Dog don't eat provision. For dog to eat provision, you have to squeeze it up in gravy. Dog don't eat breadfruit. And dog and young people is the same thing, eh? They don't eat breadfruit, they don't eat blogo. Young people don't eat blogo. You understand? No, the young people don't want blogo, they want breadfruit, they don't want fig. And that is the same thing with dog. And dog does not eat stale bread. You must dip this stale bread in something for them to eat. All the hungry they don't eat in stale bread. I experience that all the time. A cat might run with it, but not a dog. And Pothound is a dog that's very nasty. Don't let a child shit in the yard, you know. Pothound go clean that you. Anyway, good night.
Thank you.
You know, y'all, from my research, I was going through the internet about pothounds and all that, and they said that how it got its name is basically if pots are knocking in the kitchen, that is when these dogs and them come. It's like it's time to feed, so they're called pothounds, right? But I also saw something that I never knew before. They're called pot cakes also. And when I read that one, I felt no boy. Pothound is real dog. You like dog? Oh God. Like I say, man is an old dog. Pot cake, it just sink the thing in. Because pot cake is about the burnt up food in the pot that is caked on to the pot. That is what they scrape out and they give to the dog to eat. So they call them pot cakes or pothound.
Because
I want to treat dog bad, sir.
Yeah,
hold on.
Okay. I believe and I'm turning like dark now. I believe that no matter you have these animals and them probably through the Caribbean, God see the Caribbean and Africa today. But I believe it's only creator and probably trader that just call them Pothound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that is the name in other places.
Maybe they have their own names. But Pothound seem to be a establishment.
I think it's wider than that.
Especially in the US, like when you listen to documentaries, they refer to them as Pothound.
Yeah. It's any dog that is actually.
I know they just call them mongrel. A mongrel is a Pothound.
Yeah, they do too.
I don't know.
That's the more universal name, mongrel.
Someone saying here on the WhatsApp platform, if you want to wake up all dog in an area, just drag a cutlass on the road in the night. all dog, all Pothound. All Pothound waking up. Let me see what else I have here. Someone says, I have a Pothound at home and it is on a chain and you cannot dare come down my steps. Anytime someone comes to me, I will know. Pothound, as they can be referred to, actually is a big name from South Africa. I think it is the Rhodesian Ridgeback. It has some fowls around in the area, and my dog has helped himself with 2, and the third one we are able to get to cook. So, interesting.
South Africa, I don't know.
Rhodesian what back?
Ridgeback.
So Godfrey, somebody wrote that?
Yeah.
Because the connection between us and Rhodesia and South Africa is extremely minimal. I cannot see that connection.
Well, it's not with us, it's with the dog, you know.
No, but of course.
Let me tell you something, Doc, let me tell you something about Pothound. Don't surprise. Pothound swim from South Africa to the Pothound, don't put nothing past Pothound, you know. Pothound is a special breed, you know. And let me tell you something. One of the things I watch, you ever see a Pothound, when a Pothound go on ease itself? You ever see a Pothound do its proper hygiene, how he just clean himself after?
You mean he rub himself on the road on the grass?
No man, the Pothound just they on the 2 foot and they drag.
But they drag.
That's when they have an itch.
What itch?
That's when they have an itch.
No man, when
they have an itch.
What itch? Where do I be the bottom?
Because I know when they drag their butt across the grass, they have a parasite.
Pothound telling people.
Yeah, I find that. Let's go back to the telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Yes, good night again.
Yes.
Watch now. As I tell you already, you have good Pothound, bad Pothound. You have nice Pothound, you have do nice Pothound. You have Pothound that is as dear to people as another human being.
Yes.
Some people love the Pothound because the Pothound don't behave like a human being.
Their family.
And you know something? I proved something about Pothound until I read it. Dogs cannot see well. Dogs can hear something 100 miles away that you can hear. And a dog can smell something miles away that you can smell. Sometimes you might be coming home in the night and the Pothound in your yard, thinking it's a stranger that come in. The Pothound flying on you, know. And when he catch the smell, he just wag his tail. That's the interesting thing about Pothound. But I used to have Pothound and go in the bush and hunt. Dogs pick up smell, and dogs sense things that the human beings can hardly understand. One night, I was hunting with 2 dogs. They pick up a fish, and they catch a man in the corner cocoa tree. Then afterwards, the dogs kept sticking in my foot, and they were howling. And they were howling. All what I do, the dogs wouldn't hunt again. I say, boys, let's go down. When I go down, one of our friends was dead. As though the dogs catch the vision of the spirit. Sometimes somebody might be sick in the neighborhood and they may hear the dog howling through the night. You don't even understand why the dog is howling so. Dogs are strange animals. They have features that human beings do not sense. So we have to respect them. He has straight patterns and he has well-kept patterns. And I love Pothound is just a hound that you don't have special name the pedigree for. But they're very useful. And as I tell you, most of the wild meat we eat, thank God for the pothound. Thank you. Good night, boys.
Thank you very much indeed.
Godfrey, as he said that, right? As he said that they are hung. I had a comment from one of our viewers, and that's Ms. Bayer, and she was asking, so is it pothound or part hound to indicate from hound breed of dogs?
No.
Is it pothound or part hound? Is it part hound having been watered down to pothound? Like how Kokoriki went to Kokori? You know? Is it that?
Well, I see some people posting Pothound, you know.
Plot, yes.
Plot, yeah, some people posting Pothound, yeah.
PLOTT.
Yeah, no, Pothound, man.
It's Pothound, eh?
They trying to be kind.
Yeah. I feel it's part hound, but we always have to come up with a story for why we say what we say when we mess up the pronunciation.
So you think that Pothound is part
of a hound?
Partly hound?
It's part hound. Like mixed breed. Yes, I think so. It makes sense.
But there is another thing about pothound, and I want to extend it to dogs generally. Scholar, you realize some dogs have some nice fancy names like
Frisky.
Frisky. Yeah, Frisky.
The main name does be you are
yeah, Brownie, Blackie.
Rover.
But you know, yeah, Rover is no, listen. Hold on. Rover is original. Yeah. Original dog name is Rover. But anyway, what I'm saying, you realize Pothound have always some kind of funny name. You hear Susan talking about what she calls she dog? Hot Wings. Then somebody else one they call Coco.
My dog name is Nutmeg.
Popcorn. But Pothound is some kind of funny names. Whereas other dogs, they are nice name like Rover. We had a dog they call Brown one too. Then you have Spotty. They might have a spot somewhere over the eye. Spot.
Red nose.
Or Spot.
Red nose.
Spot.
All kind of thing. But Pothound, forget that. They have some kind of funny names. Let's take a call. We called you. Oh, we lost that caller. Reece, we have any more comments on Facebook?
Yes, we do. We have Veronica Sandy saying that Guav, I think, have the most pothound.
Oh, of course. I mean, I didn't want to say it.
No matter what time you go to Guav, you must see a dog all in the night roaming the streets. Facts. First time he says something factual. I'm sorry. I missed.
And don't forget, dogs in Pothound in Guav, there is push vehicle. You remember? And we have evidence of that. We have evidence. Guav Pothound does be.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't push vehicle. Ali Pascal is saying Pothound does even be on the field in sports. They like to be in thing. True. When one hitting football going on, I see they have to
all in cricket, all in
and track and field.
They present themselves.
Hercules is saying Pothound used to go to school with me. Jose is saying in Grenada, dogs, as far as I know, eat anything, especially if they're not fed right, going from house to house. I was walking by the lady and I saw her warming the dog food in a microwave so it can have a hot meal on its stomach. I couldn't believe. Next, it was the cat food to be warmed. I couldn't believe what I was actually seeing. After she asked me if I wanted something to eat that was warmed in the same microwave, I said, I'm good. Even though I was hungry as hell. Good for you. Dog and cat eating before you. It's also saying, this is to tell you how dogs been treated up here in the diaspora. Ali saying, Pothound does play jab any time of the year. The Ola is good for minge. I know they use Canadian healing oil too. Rita is saying, loving it, but I grew up believing Pothound was a person who goes to everyone's house looking for food, watching from the USVI. She's right. Claudette is saying true. Then we have, let's see. Matthew Morin is saying that they call dogs bonbon. Nick McIntyre said River Road had the most Pothound, but since them Chinese class, I don't know. Cynthia said, well, I used to cook mackerel and rice for my daughter's dogs. I cooked before going to work. I had workmen at the house. Well, when I got home, food was missing from the pot. I guess it smelled too good to be dog food. They helped themselves. Jamie George is saying in Barbados, they call that type of dog pot starvers. Matthew is saying that's the sin of death. Matthew Morin is saying on bad scripts, 2 bad scraps. On bad scripts, 2 bad scraps. Okay, I don't quite understand, but anyways. Hercules is saying Pothound, that's it. Cynthia said we always said Pothound from as long as I know. Matthew Morin is saying Buster, that's another name.
Yeah.
Yes. Jose said, I remember cooking corned sheep and banana for the dogs, and after cooking that and smelling of the food will cause you to eat more than half of that food you cook for the dog. And Matthew said, and they do not like water. Well, my dogs like water. They drink plenty water. And as we were talking about the things like dogs playing mass and things, I was telling y'all earlier on, I used to play Veco. Every year I play in Veco. Every year I am the only Veco that everybody know who under the mask. Because my dog used to be following me throughout the band, throughout the thickness of the band. And you're hearing people on the band, who is that dog for? Where that dog come out? But it's my dog. And it followed me throughout. And that is testimony to their sense of smell. It's like, I am in Carnival, there's so many different smells around, but yet they would know who their owner is, even draped in a gown and under a mask. So
all right, let's see if we can get another call. We Culture, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
Long time ago, I had a Pothound, right? And it was craving for a bull. So I tied in the yard under a fence tree. It had about 15 bulldogs under the tree, wanting to jump it. It never turned its back for them to jump it. So I just look up the road and I see a bulldog coming down the road with spots all over it. You know, as the dog reached under the tree, the female just turned it back, bang, bang for the dog. Oh God, so long are they asking you but nothing. And the dog just come. So they have very intelligent, the Pothound very intelligent. I tell you about 15 dogs, tongue outside, body, oh God, I want something. They never give me. The dog was, I just look up and see a spotted dog coming down. As they reach under the tree, the female just turn around for it. Tell me something. Think about it.
Okay.
Choice.
You can't choose right there.
Pothound special. Pothound.
I know the other man Chanel that are a big female. That big breeder, big mouth they call Sheba. He bringing Sheba go by or a big breeder dog.
Hold on, let me ask you a question now. You never sing about Sheba? I'm sure I hear Sheba name in a song years. I'm ready. Alright,
yeah. We bring up Sheba.
Yeah.
I ain't bring Sheba by big breeder dog. Wait, a big breeder dog can both Sheba. But when them look at shadow, Gali, male and them, only that Sheba want to. But I might suppose by I might say, damn nice dog. You let it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that you don't tell you know, and sure. I hear you sing, you see how much she might.
And surprisingly, that is exactly what I was talking about, because one time in town, I saw, close to 15 or 20 males following this female dog. and just up and down, and like the female just rain, you know, the glory, just being surrounded by all these males. And I don't know if there are other animal where that happen, where you have all this quantity of males.
Human.
That is human, Reece. No. Hell no, Reece. Hell no.
Humans.
No.
Humans.
No.
No.
You're associating yourself with male dogs.
Hold on. I have a couple comments I want to share here. So somebody on the WhatsApp platform say, Godfrey, I can recall a Pothound in an independence celebration. When the gun salute started, the dog got so scared and didn't know where to run. The stadium went up in an uproar with laughter. That is a dog frontish. Someone else is saying, good night. Where is it? Right. Good night. Pothound population can only increase and not decrease because they are their own. Hence the reason they are so common. They are on their own. My first dog was named Puppy, then was later called Shit Up because it never wanted to leave the yard. Someone said, that's not true. Ridgeback was bred to protect against lions and other large predators. They are taller than the Doberman. So I guess that was in response to South Africa thing, yeah. And someone said Grandon's Pothound just crossed the road on the pedestrian crossing. Well, I've seen that already. No, I've seen it happen.
I've seen it in taxi.
I've seen it happen.
I told you guys about that too.
Right by the cemetery in Grandon's there, that pedestrian crossing. I always see them. They walk up, and when they get there, they make sure nothing is coming, and then they cross on the pedestrian crossing.
I've seen that too.
Yes,
I've seen that.
I have definitely seen. Someone said, well, I guess that was the earlier one. That's joke. I have a Pothound eating anything. It's sucking mango and all. Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely know that about Pothound.
I know that too.
Pothound, you know. So let me ask, and as we're getting close to wrap up time, why did that call some people Pothound?
Well, I mean, one of the people who commented on Facebook spoke about that. You know, when you say your mouth on the ground, you're hungry.
Yeah, Pothound.
You don't have nothing. You're begging. You're coming in front of people's door.
You're not accepting anything. You have no standard.
Yes, it's a whole Pothound. Yes. When they cursing you, they telling you this thing and them. You know? Yeah, so
you all Pothound.
Yes.
No, it's true. Godfrey, about what would you say is the shelf life of a Pothound bike?
No.
About, let me see, boy.
12 to 14 years.
12 to 15.
12 to 14 years?
We could be, you know.
12 to 14 on average.
But there has been a book that lived to 23.
And we're talking human years here.
How much? We're talking human years, yeah.
Human years. 12 to 14, if you really take care of them, they could reach 16, but she's saying that there's one that lived to 23.
Let me tell you something. You had a man, I had a neighbor, and everybody in Chantimel know that. You had a neighbor. That same man I sing about the thing they call city side.
Right.
City side had a dog they call Bob. Bob is the oldest dog in the world. Bob gets so old. After that time, Bob had one teeth. one single teeth.
Pothound?
Pothound. I believe when Bob died, Bob Murray was in the late 50s. Why not joke at that?
Well, Bob died young. Bob died young.
I have a question.
That time I young. That time I was a little child and Bob dead when I was a big man.
So Bobby old than you then?
You mean? By far.
So those people and them that they say that was ton dog. Is Pothound they was ton?
Pothound, yeah.
Why else they go ton? If you
rumor that it was get bombed, same thing like vehicle just pass and bomb them. No pedigree.
No, all Pothound need to
Let's take the last Facebook comments because we all the time.
Okay. Right. So we have Matthew Moran is saying to take a shower. I don't know what that comment is about. We're a little late with it. Sonia Madden is saying, yes, caller, so true. Dogs do choose. Ali Pascal is saying, don't forget Pothound in the mating season. Ooh. Cynthia is saying, yes, they have the traits like the Pothound dogs. That's men. Sonia Martin is saying,
We loyal.
No. They were actually talking about the people. Why do they refer to people as Pothound? So I just throw in the men there. Sonia is saying some human beings are not much different to dogs because of their behavior. And Matthew is saying, where the food cooking the day, that way dogs must be. Yeah, so that's it.
Actually, well, Scholar, you're right. Somebody's saying here, Bob had one teeth. A Scholar neighbor one teeth. Oh, neighbor had one teeth too?
Yeah.
Bob and the father.
Yeah, one teeth, Bob one teeth.
So that's all the comments.
Yeah, we just had one person, Cynthia, saying thanks as always, very engaging tonight. She appreciated our visitors' contribution. Nala, thank you.
All right, let's just take the final call and then we're gonna wrap. We culture. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, caller.
Yeah. Can anyone tell me why dogs urinate on car tires? Hello?
Yes.
Can you tell me why dogs urinate on car tires?
Well, we asked that question earlier, but we couldn't figure it out.
I think the better person to answer that is Nala.
Nala, why do dogs pee on car tires?
Because usually car tires, they go to different places collecting
Pardon me?
And dogs...
Speak up.
Well,
Hello?
Yes, Nala is telling you. Go ahead, Nala.
So cars go to different places, right? And they get new scents. And dogs, they try to mark their territory, like always. So they pee on the tires every time they smell a new scent, making sure that it stays how they want it, to make other dogs know that's their car.
But somebody said to me, there's a person who has a vehicle, and once a person turned the corner, the dog barks. So what I was saying is that when they do that on the tires, they urinate, they define their own territory, so they smell the car, and they know the car is coming, so he barks every time he does that.
Okay.
I said, but a little boy who said that, a child that said that. He said the reason why they do that on the tires is that they define their own territory. So when that car is coming, by the time it turns the corner, the dog's bark. It keeps barking until the person reaches home. Every time.
Yeah.
Dogs are wise.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Thanks a lot.
Another last thing. A pediatrician, a Swedish man, did say that children are like dogs. If you don't treat them well, they don't come back to you. So, I mean, he put the children he put the dogs a little higher than the children.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. But that could never be a Pothound, according to Doc. Because no matter how you treat Pothound bad, they coming back.
But you ever notice, like, when you go somewhere with your vehicle, for those of us who have dogs, when you go somewhere, like I spent Sunday and Monday in Guelph, and when we came back home, every time that dog would go and smell the tires, and it would stay around sniffing a lot, and that is because when we went to Guelph, the dogs up there smell a scent there, so they mark their territory by peeing on it. And when we get back home now, the dog at home smells that and pees on top of it. As a matter of fact, I have a dog that when you're here, all your men like to go by the side of your road and pee. When I see that, man pee by the side of your road and you got pee on top of that pee,
The dog gonna pee on the pee?
Dog gonna pee on top of the pee. I see that. They're marking the territory. Don't the humans are doing that with. They pee on top of pee.
Let me tell you something before we finish.
Yeah.
We see, I applaud Nala. And the lady would call it nice explanation, but the truth is that I believe the one explanation for a damn nasty. Nasty.
Pothound.
Pothound, yeah, that Pothound nasty too much, right? That's just my tire.
You like to mess on concrete?
Oh God, don't talk about that. Anyway, Godfrey, other time.
Yeah, we definitely other time. So guys, quickly, Doc, quickly. You're closing. You're muted.
Time doesn't really permit me to say what I want to say, but within the culture, I think if I had to emphasize anything, that we as Grenadians, we have a really close connection to our dogs. Some individuals may not like our dogs, but by and large in the village, dog is a thing that has, as far as we can remember, has always been part of most families and most communities. So we have to live with it whatsoever is taking place, and this is part of our culture. I mean, the patterns that we read, whether we read them or not, and for all the various reasons we explained before, they become part of us.
Reece?
Well, for me, now you want to go first? You want to go first? Okay. For me, what I find is that pothounds, I think we have established that pothounds are dogs that their bark is worse than their bite, really. They would kick up a storm, and as soon as you reach close by, you make an action, or they realize who you are, they just calm down, so they are not bad. Today they used to say dog and cat can mix. Today dogs and cats and other animals are living together. They know each other, and they play with each other, and they actually clean each other. These are things that I have witnessed at my home. When something is wrong with the other, they grieve, right? And I'm talking dog, cat, turtle, whatever I have. They chase fowls, but they chase fowls for fun. They are really not bad. Their fear is really with their bark. And I love pothounds because they are very loyal, as I said earlier in the program. And I think that every child should have that opportunity to have a dog, to know what it is to care for another animal, care for another living thing. I think it's good molding. So that's it. I hope that we continue to have more pothounds.
Nala?
Now, come closer.
Well, this was quite a fun opportunity for me to spread information on the dogs that are usually in Grenada, that are usually actually mistreated. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Finley?
Yeah, well, I'll even be shut around now. I endorse everything that everybody says.
Yeah. Guys, I just want to close by saying, you have other people. They had a dog or they had a pothound and they're not taking care of it. Take care of your dog.
That's right.
You have laws against that. The Dog Act. There's a Dog Act in our laws. And you could be fined a lot of money. Up to $10,000. So keep that in mind. Take care of all your dog. Thank you, folks. I had a wonderful time. Until next Friday. We're going to decide what we're talking about. And of course, we'll let you know. So do have a good night. Enjoy the weekend. All the best. Thank you very much.
Next week, we're talking about cat.
You're mad.
Have a cat, you know.
Which one?
Have a cat. His name, and his name, you know. His name is Zaya.
No, well, you don't know you have 8 cats. I have a black cat.
Have a good night.
My cat name is Tom. Tom Cat.
Have a good night, everybody.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire.